Piper Rockelle is one of the most popular kid influencers on YouTube. Her videos have had more than 1.8 billion views, making her and her mom multi-millionaires. But there are shocking allegations detailed in a new lawsuit brought by the parents of some of her former co-stars. Lisa Guerrero from Inside Edition is joining us live in studio with an investigation she's working on. Welcome. It's great to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
So this is an interesting story because so popular, they're making all this money, but there are all these kind of dark allegations. Tell us about the story. What's going on?
So I think a lot of people watch these videos and they're really cute, right? They're kids and their friends doing shenanigans, having romantic relationships, and they are extremely popular. What we found out is that 6 of these former friends of this YouTube star claim that there was an environment of physical, verbal, and even sexual abuse happening behind the scenes. Now, when people go, how can that happen? These YouTube videos are unregulated, right? They're not SAG-AFTRA. There's not a tutor on the set. Parents aren't on the set. So some of the allegations are that these kids claim that they were asked to work 10, 12 hours, no tutors, no parents, and that led to an environment where they were taken advantage of and exploited. Now, we reached out to the mother of the YouTube star, and she did not return our calls, but she denies all the allegations in court papers.
So how many of these former co-stars did you speak with?
6.
Wow.
So we sat down with all 6 of these kids, and their parents were there as well. And they outlined really disturbing, allegations and experiences, including they were told to have boyfriends and girlfriends that they weren't comfortable with. One of the girls told us that she was asked to dress provocatively, and she wasn't comfortable with that either. So there were a lot of strange allegations in this lawsuit. It is going before a jury in November.
What's the age we're talking about here?
Anywhere from 12 or 13 up to 17.
Wow.
So these are kids.
Yeah, kids. And it really is the Wild West out there, right? I mean, what's popular around the world and what kids are looking at, we have no idea what the conditions are like for these kids.
And that's right, because they're filming these at home. And if they invite their kids over into their bedrooms or into their kitchens or with parents or other kids, this is completely unregulated. There's nobody there saying this is inappropriate or this looks scripted. So, there is an issue here.
Has Tiffany's, the mother, Tiffany, has she talked about it at all? I know she didn't respond to your request. Do we know anything about how she's responding to this or how she's dealing with it?
We reached out to her. We reached out to her lawyer. Neither of them responded to us. All we know is that in the court documents, she says that all of the allegations are unfounded and untrue.
Okay, well, I guess they will have their day in court, and
they
she'll
will in
have
November.
her opportunity. I want to switch gears now and talk about your book. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And I was reading a little bit about it. So many details revealed that people don't know. They see you as this amazing journalist on camera together. One of the things you talked about was actually suffering a miscarriage on the sidelines while you were working.
Right.
All of these amazing stories you've broken and the work that you've done. What can we expect with your book?
So my book, which I just happen to have here, Warrior, My Path to Being Brave. It is about the backstory behind what it was like covering sports in the 90s. I started here at KCBS as a woman. And in the 90s, there was a lot of misogyny in sports. There still is. So I started here locally, regionally, nationally, ended up at Monday Night Football on ABC, where I suffered a miscarriage live on the air because of a lot of the abuse that I was enduring. I had a verbally abusive boss, and I wanted to write honestly about what really happened behind the scenes. But the book is called Warrior, not Victim, and so it's about how I overcame these obstacles to be the brave person that chases after the bad guys today on Inside Edition. I want everybody to learn to take their pain, and you can take that pain and turn it into power.
That is a powerful message. Was it hard for you to reveal all of this stuff that you've been kind of carrying with you and harboring? Was it a difficult decision?
It was brutal. It was. Some people say writing a memoir is like picking a scab. Mine was like taking an ice pick to a scar. It was extremely painful, but it was important that I was honest and that I left, all of the emotion about all those things that happened to me. I wanted every single page to be an emotional experience for a reader, and I wanted them to take something away from it.
And that's something, we can all appreciate as women in this business. And I think people just reading it in general, because you've had such a remarkable life. I can't wait to read it.
You're reading this. I want every woman in this business to read it. And just every young woman and man getting into any business really needs to know to look for these red flags along the way.
And also that people who are incredibly successful and talented and seem to have it all are also going through their own things. Everyone's going through something, right?
Absolutely.
It's a really important message. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
It was really nice to meet you.
Thank you.
And you can watch Inside Edition every night at 7 p.m. on CBS Los Angeles.